Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Talk English with Emma and Noah. I am Emma.
And I am Noah. Hi, friends. Welcome to day 9 of our daily series.
We've covered so many topics this month already: routines, family, hobbies, weather, jobs, and more.
Yes, and today's topic is one of the most personal and important ones so far.
Talking about feelings.
Yes, one of the most human topics of all.
It really is. Being able to express how you feel in English is so powerful.
Absolutely, and many beginners find this topic difficult, so today we'll make it simple.
Exactly. Let's start very basic. Noah, how are you feeling today?
Honestly, I'm feeling pretty good today, energetic and positive.
That's great to hear. What's making you feel that way?
I think it's the sunny weather outside. Sunshine really lifts my mood.
That's such a relatable thing. You can say, the sunshine lifted my mood.
Right. Lift my mood means something makes you feel happier or more positive.
For example, a good cup of coffee always lifts my mood in the morning.
Or, her kind words really lifted my mood after a tough day.
Great examples. How about you, Emma? How are you feeling today?
You just asked yourself that question again.
Oh, it keeps happening. Let me answer myself then. I'm feeling a little tired today, but still happy.
That's an honest answer. Tired but happy is a very real combination.
It really is. Sometimes you can feel two things at the same time.
That's such an important point. Feelings are not always simple or single.
True. Now let's talk about some basic feeling words, starting with happy.
Happy means feeling pleasure and joy. It's one of the most positive feelings.
For example, I feel happy when I spend time with my family.
Or, she looked happy after hearing the good news.
Great. Next feeling word, sad.
Sad means feeling unhappy or having a low, heavy feeling inside.
For example, I felt sad when my friend moved to another city.
Or, it's okay to feel sad sometimes. It's a normal human emotion.
Beautifully said. It really is okay to feel sad.
Next feeling word, excited.
Excited means feeling very enthusiastic and eager about something coming up.
For example, I'm really excited about our next episode topic.
That's a very convenient example, Noah.
Thank you, I thought so too.
Or, she was so excited on the morning of her birthday.
Great example. Next feeling word, nervous.
Nervous means feeling worried or anxious, usually before something important.
For example, I always feel nervous before a big presentation.
Or, he was nervous on his first day at the new job.
Great examples. Now, let's talk about something important, the difference between feel and feeling.
Oh, good grammar point. Can you explain it simply?
Sure, I feel describes your current state, like I feel tired right now.
And I'm feeling is also used for current states, but sounds a little more temporary.
Right. For example, I'm feeling a little nervous about the interview today.
Both are correct and natural in conversation.
Exactly. Don't overthink it. Just use whichever feels natural to you.
That's great advice. Now let's talk about more complex feelings.
Good idea. Beyond happy and sad, there are many more nuanced feelings.
Let's start with overwhelmed.
Overwhelms means feeling like everything is too much to handle at once.
For example, I felt overwhelmed with all the tasks on my list.
Or, starting a new job can feel overwhelming sometimes.
Great examples. Does that feeling sound familiar to you, Noah?
Very familiar. I feel overwhelmed sometimes when many deadlines arrive at once.
That's such a common experience for working people.
True. Now let's talk about relieved.
Relieved means feeling happy because something stressful has ended or passed.
For example, I felt so relieved after finishing my final exam.
Or, she was relieved to hear that everyone was safe.
Great examples. Relief is such a beautiful feeling, actually.
It really is. That warm feeling when something worrying finally passes.
Exactly. Now let's talk about frustrated.
Frustrated means feeling annoyed or stuck when things don't go the way you want.
For example, I felt frustrated when the computer kept crashing.
Or, it's frustrating when you can't find the right words in a new language.
Oh, that last example is very real for English learners.
It really is, but frustration is actually a sign that you're trying hard.
That's a beautiful way to look at it. Frustration means effort.
Exactly. Now let's talk about proud.
Proud means feeling very pleased and satisfied about something you or someone else achieved.
For example, I felt proud when I finished my first full conversation in English.
Or her parents were so proud when she graduated.
Great examples. Pride is such a motivating feeling.
It really is. Let's also talk about grateful.
Grateful means feeling thankful for something good in your life.
For example, I feel grateful for my health and my family.
Or she felt grateful to her teacher for all the support.
Gratitude is honestly one of the most powerful feelings.
It really is. Grateful people tend to feel happier overall.
True, there's actually research that says expressing gratitude improves well-being.
That's interesting. Even just saying, "I'm grateful for this," out loud can help.
Exactly, it shifts your focus towards positive things.
Before we continue, if you are enjoying this episode, please like this video and subscribe to Talk English with Emma and Noah.
Yes, and remember, this is a daily series, so there's a new episode every single day this month.
Now let's talk about expressing feelings in different situations.
Yes, because sometimes we need to tell someone how we feel.
Exactly. A simple way to start is, "I need to tell you something. I've been feeling..."
That's a gentle, honest opening. For example, I need to tell you something. I've been feeling a little left out lately.
Or, "I want to be honest with you. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed right now."
Great examples. Opening with honesty always helps conversations go better.
True. And sometimes people just want to share their feelings without asking for advice.
Oh, that's such an important point. How do you ask for that kind of space?
You can say, "I just need to vent for a moment. I'm not looking for advice."
Vent is a really useful word. It means expressing your feelings openly to release stress.
Right. For example, "Can I vent to you for a minute? I had a really tough day."
Or, sometimes I just need to vent to feel better.
Great examples. Venting can actually be very helpful as long as it's balanced.
True, sharing feelings with someone you trust really does lighten the emotional load.
Beautifully said. Now let's talk about asking someone else how they feel.
Yes, this is just as important as expressing your own feelings.
Simple questions like, "How are you really feeling?" show genuine care.
Right, the word really makes the question feel more sincere.
Exactly. Or you can say, "Is everything okay? You seem a little quiet today."
That's a very observant and kind thing to say.
True. Noticing changes in someone's mood shows emotional awareness.
And it can mean a lot to someone who is struggling silently.
Completely agree. Small acts of emotional kindness matter enormously.
Beautifully said. Now let's talk about managing difficult feelings.
Good topic. Everyone experiences difficult emotions sometimes.
True. What helps you when you're feeling low, Emma?
Honestly, talking to someone I trust, just saying it out loud helps.
That's a great approach. What else?
Sometimes going for a walk or listening to music.
Simple but effective. And for me, I usually write things down. Even a few sentences helps me process what I'm feeling.
That's a lovely habit. Journaling really does help clarify emotions.
It does. Writing makes the feeling feel more manageable somehow.
True. And sometimes just naming the feeling helps too.
Oh, that's interesting. What do you mean?
Like saying out loud, "I'm feeling anxious right now," rather than just feeling it without a label.
That actually makes a lot of sense. Naming an emotion gives you some control over it.
Exactly. It creates a small distance between you and the feeling.
Beautifully explained. Okay, now let's move to part 2, where we'll do our word garden vocabulary section.
Yes, and we'll also talk about expressing feelings in different situations.
So stay with us, everyone. Part 2 is coming right up.
See you there. Welcome back, everyone, to part 2 of today's episode on talking about feelings.
Yes, in part 1, we covered basic feeling words and how to express emotions honestly.
Now, let's talk about feelings in different situations, starting with the workplace.
Good idea. What feelings are common at work?
Feelings like stressed, motivated, satisfied, and frustrated are very common at work.
Let's look at motivated first. Motivated means feeling energetic and driven to do something.
For example, I feel motivated when I finish a big task successfully.
Or a good team leader makes everyone feel motivated.
Great examples. What about satisfied?
Satisfied means feeling content and pleased with what you have done.
For example, I feel satisfied after a productive day at work.
Or she felt satisfied knowing she helped someone in need.
Wonderful. Now, feelings in social situations.
Yes, like at a party or meeting new people.
Common feelings there include shy, comfortable, awkward, and confident.
Let's talk about awkward. Awkward means feeling uncomfortable or embarrassed in a social situation.
For example, I felt awkward when I forgot someone's name mid-conversation.
That happens to everyone at some point.
It really does. Or the silence felt awkward, so I started talking about the weather.
Classic solution. Now confident.
Confident means feeling sure of yourself and your abilities.
For example, I feel more confident in English now than I did 6 months ago.
That's such an encouraging example for our listeners.
Definitely. Or she walked into the interview feeling confident and prepared.
Great examples. Confidence really does grow with practice.
It really does. Now, let's talk about feelings connected to learning English specifically.
Oh, this is so relevant for our listeners.
True, many learners feel frustrated, shy, or even embarrassed when making mistakes.
Those are completely normal feelings. Every language learner experiences them.
Absolutely, but what's important is how you respond to those feelings.
Exactly. Instead of saying, I feel embarrassed about my English, try saying, I feel challenged and I'm growing.
That's such a powerful mindset shift.
It really is. The words we use about our feelings shape how we experience them.
Beautifully said. Language affects mindset, and mindset affects progress.
Completely agree. Now, let's talk about sharing feelings in English politely.
Good topic. Sometimes we need to express negative feelings without sounding rude.
True. For example, instead of saying, I hate this, you can say, I'm finding this a little difficult.
That sounds much more polite and constructive.
Exactly. Or instead of, I'm so angry, you can say, I'm feeling quite frustrated right now.
Softer language keeps the conversation more open and productive.
True. Good emotional communication is a real life skill.
It really is. Emma, before our vocabulary section, tell us one feeling you experienced this week.
This week, I felt genuinely grateful, actually, for our listeners who support this channel every day.
That's beautiful. I feel the same way. Gratitude is such a warm feeling.
It really is. Thank you, everyone. Your support means everything to us.
Okay, now let's move to our special vocabulary section.
Yes, it is time for the word garden.
This is where we slowly practice today's most useful phrases.
Let's start with our first phrase, lift my mood.
Lift my mood.
Lift my mood.
This means something makes you feel happier or more positive.
For example, a walk in the park always lifts my mood.
Or, her message really lifted my mood today.
Great. Our next word is overwhelmed.
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 This means feeling like everything is too much to handle at once.
For example, I felt overwhelmed with so many tasks.
Or, it's okay to feel overwhelmed sometimes.
Perfect. Our third word is relieved.
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 This means feeling happy because something stressful has ended.
For example, I felt so relieved after the exam was over.
Or, she was relieved to hear the good news.
Excellent. Our fourth word is grateful.
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 This means feeling thankful for something good in your life.
For example, I feel grateful for my health every day.
Or, he felt grateful for his team's support.
Wonderful. Our next word is vent.
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 This means expressing your feelings openly to release stress.
Can I vent to you for a moment?
Or, sometimes I just need to vent to feel better.
Lovely. Our final word today is confident.
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 This means feeling sure of yourself and your abilities.
For example, I feel more confident in English every day.
Or, practice makes you feel more confident over time.
Now, let's put all these words into one full feeling story.
Listen first.
This week felt overwhelming at times, but I tried to lift my mood by going for walks. I felt relieved when things got easier. I vented to a friend, which helped a lot. I feel grateful for small things, and I'm slowly becoming more confident every day.
Beautifully done. Let's say it slowly together. This week felt overwhelming at times, but I tried to lift my mood by going for walks.
I felt relieved when things got easier.
I vented to a friend, which helped a lot.
I feel grateful for small things.
And I'm slowly becoming more confident every day.
Wonderful practice, everyone.
Now it's your turn. Try describing how you're feeling right now using today's words.
You can write your feelings in the comments below.
For example, start with, right now I'm feeling, and continue from there.
There is no wrong answer. Feelings are always valid, and your English is always growing.
That is the real secret. Express yourself a little every single day.
I completely agree. Now, before we finish, let's review today's key words.
Lift my mood.
Overwhelmed,
Relieved.
grateful,
Vent.
confident.
These 6 words can help you express almost any feeling in English.
True, and remember, talking about feelings takes courage in any language.
So friends, tell us in the comments, how are you feeling today?
Keep your answers simple. Even one word is enough. Just try.
If this episode helped you, please like this video.
And subscribe to Talk English with Emma and Noah, because tomorrow brings day 10 of our series.
Yes, we are almost at day 10, and many more episodes are still coming.
So make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss one.
Today's conversation made me feel warm and connected, Noah.
Same here. Talking about feelings always brings people closer together.
It really does. Thank you everyone for listening and learning with us today.
Keep speaking a little English every single day.
See you tomorrow for day 10 of our series.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye!